Hey guys, CDTVProductions here, and today in Best Verses we will be looking at Lil Dicky, the man with the most advertiser-friendly name in the rap game. Thanks for that one, Dicky. Now recently, he has released Freaky Friday, as I'm sure you all know, and even though it was fun, and I definitely do like the song, it had a kind of weak and poorly structured verse from Dicky. I mean, the rhymes weren't even there, but it did make me think, what are Dicky's strongest verses? Well, today I'll be sharing with you what I think the best ones are. Remember, you can of course subscribe to my second channel, CDTV the G, where I do music reactions, and I do that quite frequently, and this is CDTV Productions. Let's get right into this video.
Cause we ain't loving all you bitches like we spoke before. Man packing the bandwagon, the man cracking, the man packing the stands, had them clapping their hands, tagging their grams, Manhattan was hands.
Now, a decent amount of the focus on Professional Rapper was the comedy tracks, but here is one of the straight up displays of rapping talent on that album. Dicky always likes to display that he actually can rap and isn't necessarily a joke, and this is one of the best tracks to show this. It has a completely ridiculous rhyme scheme at parts of it, and the wordplay is really nice here too. I especially thought the "I take chickpea and smash, I call it hummus" line was really creative. Also, "your ex coming next like a W do" was cool as well. This whole thing is rapped over a beat that is entirely percussion, so all the focus is really on what Dicky is saying, and he does lay down some dope bars here.
For example, walking to the movie with my pants full, Twix bag of chips plus a Snapple, stealing all the shampoos from the hotel's pretty bathroom.
I think all three verses on this song are pretty good, so when I was trying to decide what verse to pick, I really had to listen to this one over and over before I could really choose my favorite. The idea of certain crimes being classified as white crimes is pretty hilarious, and the fact that Dicky is so straight-faced with his delivery makes it all the better. I chose the initial verse in the end simply because this is mainly intended as a comedy song, and this verse had the most lines that made me laugh. I can also say, I can kinda relate, as I've taken part in these despicable crimes, such as stuffing snacks into your pockets to sneak them into a cinema, and I have joined some Wi-Fi without permission before. Absolutely reckless, I know.
I'm just fucking with the flow, you're not stupid, you ain't really fucking with the boy. I got 150 different ways to cut that love rap, soon I'll be fucking with the...
I think this song is a good mix between comedic Dicky and lyrical Dicky. He raps this over the beat for We Made It, which is a song by Drake, but who cares about him, because the other person originally on this song was the one, the only, Big Soulja. What a fucking god amongst men. That instantly scores this points. Dicky hits some great flows here and often goes for the triplet flow on this track, whilst referencing the fact that he's using it in his lyrics. It's also pretty entertaining when you listen to what he's saying in his ad-libs. It's pretty damn funny. Like I said, this one is just a nice middle ground between Dicky spitting and having fun with his bars.
I think you need to get a grip, dude. I'd say the same, but I'm betting that you will soon. Real funny, Dick. I can't even stomach this. How you gon' act like I'm whacking your shit for nothing?
Now, some of you, if you're just watching this video just for the sake of it and aren't particularly a fan of Lil Dicky's style or comedy, I guess, you might be saying, why is this here? This song is literally just a dick joke in the most literal sense. And you'd be right in saying that, but I still think it's a really amusing verse and I do enjoy it. The concept of this song is Dicky arguing with his actual dick about who is responsible for his premature ejaculation, his dick or his brain. I think this was executed as well as it could have been, and I like how Dicky managed to write a conversation between himself and his Lil Dicky into this verse, with Dicky rapping in his normal voice to represent himself and using autotune to personify his dick's voice. I think it's just fun and somewhat creative, and on top of that, it's hilarious that he managed to make this sound so emotional. I think it's pretty damn good.
What's 100% is that it take a lot to make me content, and I'm about to chase around a legend that I fucking invented while I'm neglecting everybody that I love and respected because I hate the thought of coming a second.
And after that, we're gonna move on to something that was actually emotional lyrically as well as sonically. It's not too often that you really get to see Dicky's deeper side, so it makes it pretty special when you do see it. In this track, he covers his worries with blowing up in the rap game. He's so competitive that he's happy to be achieving his dreams, but he's also worried that this is making him more and more distant from family and friends. This message is delivered so well in this second verse, where he also questions what will happen if he doesn't make it. He's invested so much time into it that it won't really be worth it if he doesn't succeed. It's just pretty touching, and it's delivered with some great rhymes and flows to top it off.
My biggest problem is I can't honestly relax, because inside of me a damn odyssey and acts. And I made a promise that I can't be the body to stop and think I need a lobotomy. Lil Dicky, the prophecy, little bit of anomaly.
I think I can comfortably say that this is the best Lil Dicky verse that he has rapped to this day. Oh, my god, is it good. Here Dicky raps a single verse over 6 minutes of the instrumental for Pound Cake by Drake, and he spins a pretty cool story on this one. He uses the analogy of Russell Westbrook on a farm as a metaphor for Dicky's own career. The general idea of the story is that Russell has a farm, and he is a really great farmer. He continues with the farm for a long time, but eventually stumbles across a basketball court when he's out for a ride on his horse. On his horse? On his horse. He starts playing and finds out he's pretty good and keeps going and going with it until he eventually gets so good that he makes it into the big leagues. He's ecstatic when he gets there, but still reminisces about where he came from in his past. It's pretty easy after hearing that to see how this story parallels Lil Dicky's beginnings and rise in the rap game. And oh, it's just told so incredibly well. It's got some absolutely excellent rhyming, and the fact that almost each line makes perfect sense and contributes to the story makes it 10 times better. If you have not heard this, I'm telling you, just go listen to it now. I hadn't heard it until recently, and I'd be lying if I said this wasn't Dicky's best verse so far in his career. Well guys, that's going to be it for the video today. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please leave a like. Please share it if you've got any Lil Dicky fans, any dickheads as they're known, that you know that would like to see this video. Like I said at the start, you can subscribe to my second channel, CDTV, where I do music reactions. I would really appreciate that, as that channel is it's growing pretty fast right now, and I'm quite proud of it. So yeah, and of course, if you want to follow me on social media, you can find me anywhere under the name CDTVProductions. Nice and simple. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. With all that being said, I will see you in the next one, and this is CDTV Productions, signing out.